are correct.
I'm the mastermind.
I'm just
You're
pointing
just the
out.
pretty face.
I'm just. Welcome to Ballroom Feed. This is how to ask her to dance.
Let's get into it. Step number 1, if you want to ask her to dance, is to get her attention. So most of the time what happens is you maybe spot her across the floor, you're not necessarily right next to her hanging out. So when that happens, you need to get her attention somehow. So we have some options for you, okay? So one thing you could do is come approach her front, make sure to make eye contact, and then we can get into stuff later. Step number 2, if she has her back to you, she's dancing with her friends, is he could tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Seems silly, but something as simple as making eye contact before we start dancing so she feels safe and comfortable and knows exactly who she is dancing with. Sounds silly, but believe me, I've had some experiences that made me very uncomfortable on the dance floor, so be sure to get her attention before asking her to dance.
Step 2 is actually ask her to dance. Actually get consent from her. So the most important thing is you're doing something that actually initiates the dance instead of just maybe coming up behind her and starting to dance with her without her kind of knowing about it and surprising her, especially if this is not somebody that you already know and you're already comfortable with. We'll go into some more specifics on how to actually do that, but consent is the most important thing.
So now that we've gotten that consent, now we can learn how to ask her. So we have a few options. You could verbally just say, would you like to dance with me? Do you want to dance? Obviously, verbal is the easiest way to do it. Obviously, the second one is a gesture. He could offer his hand. If I take it, doesn't need any words necessarily if the music's loud. Or you can, of course, do both, which is if you can hear, and the music's not too loud, hey, would you like to dance with me? Most likely, if you're asking politely, giving her respect, and all these things, making her feel comfortable like she has a choice, more often than not, she's gonna say yes. If you start grabbing her without her consent, that's where you go wrong.
Bonus tip when actually asking her is to speak slowly, is to be very clear with her. So, would you like to dance with me? Speaking slowly and calmly exudes a lot of confidence, and it's very important to stay calm in those situations, especially if you don't know her. You don't want to walk up and say it really, really fast and be unclear. Hey, would you like to dance with me? And then it makes you come off very, very nervous. So it's important to slow everything down. Hey, would you like to dance with me?
Make sure it's not too slow though. And we don't want to think that, you don't know how to get the words out. But just like that was good.
Okay, the next real tip now is to make eye contact. Another step towards confidence is when I ask her to dance, I ask her clearly, I ask her slowly, but I make eye contact with her, which exudes a lot of confidence instead of maybe looking at the floor, looking somewhere else and asking her. If I'm gonna offer my hand to her, I definitely wanna see her. If I don't say any words at all and I just offer the hand and kind of like gesture towards the dance floor, I definitely want to see her, make eye contact, makes her feel much more comfortable, exudes confidence, the whole consent thing. So it's it's important to be clear about what you're looking for.
These all seem like really simple and obvious things, but these are things that often go amiss or wrong when asking a girl to dance. Even if she does end up dancing with you, if you don't do these things, a lot of the time she might feel uncomfortable and doesn't want to. And now the next time she's seeing you on the dance floor, she might run the other way. So all of these things seem so simple, but if you do it right, it's bound to work. For the most part, of course, it's her choice, but it's all good. Step number 4 is to ask her with confidence, which is kind of what goes along with all of these things. So eye contact is a huge thing of confidence. If his eyes are shifting around, they're looking at the floor, that tells me that either he's uninterested and it makes me feel not special, or he is not confident, and that's just already gonna make me feel a little uncomfortable. So how do we get confidence on the dance floor? So first thing is we have to learn how to dance. So if you know how to dance, if you have a plan, you're automatically gonna feel way more confident without even having to try. So say Chris learned a few moves and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna ask Cindy to dance with me. He goes up to Cindy, he feels good, he already has a plan, he knows what to do. It seems so simple, but if you just know a few moves, it doesn't have to be like competitive ballroom dance champion, but just know a few moves, and she's gonna be so impressed because guaranteed, especially if you're a little bit younger, you are gonna sweep her off her feet. She's gonna be so impressed. It's gonna be really cool.
Just being confident in how to hold her or do one simple turn goes miles, promise.
Absolutely. So if you're interested in that, we do have some courses up on our website, how to dance at a party, how to slow dance, and you can go check those out. We'll leave those in the link in the description. or be sure to check out the rest of the videos up on our YouTube channel if you want to dance. So before we leave you and before you start practicing how to ask somebody to dance, we have one bonus tip. So I would suggest when you want to ask her to dance, wait for a new song or wait for kind of the end of the previous song. That way it's like a fresh new slate. If she was dancing with somebody else, it's much more appropriate to now cut in and ask for a dance, or if she's kind of hanging out with her friend, she's occupied. It's just kind of like a common courtesy thing to wait until the end of the song to ask her to dance. So that's just a bonus tip. Also, it can be a little bit quieter, so if you wanted to verbally say it, it'd be easier to hear for a second, besides like a bump-in, song. At the club, you might not get that, but at a school dance or just like a social dance party, you probably can. Alright guys, thanks so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you liked it, let us know what your favorite tip below was, and let us know what you want to see next, because we're always looking for new content. So now that you know how to ask her to dance, you have more options, and now you want to learn to dance. So we have fast dances, we have slow dances, we have how to dance at a party course, which is going to be all of your upbeat music, and then we have our slow dance course, which of course is going to be your slow dance music. So whatever style or kind of music you're looking to dance for, we have you covered, and be sure to check out the rest of the stuff up on our channel for free too. We'll put all the links down in the description for you. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe for more content, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye.